morning, everybody. It is BGTYB Brother number 57. My allergies are whipping me. I sound a little nasally.
Yeah.
If I don't sound like it, I definitely feel like I sound like it.
I feel sicker than a dog.
Yeah. But
we're here, and sickness is just a mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, Raina.
That's what I told my mom the other night. She's like, says like, yeah, my nose is like been stopped up. She's like, you want to get back on your allergy medicine? I'm like, no, because it'll be over in like a week. She's like, yeah, but it'll help for the meantime. I'm like, sickness is just a mentality. That's what I told her.
Jimmy's on one. He's talking about his washing machine going through the wall. Okay, let me log back in. I'm sorry. But
it is that time of year that you are going to allergies going to act up because we got these trees blooming out here.
Oh yeah,
they smell like garbage. They look nice, but they smell like.
That's not the smell.
What is it then?
I'll tell you later.
Well, everywhere I go, it smells like that. So.
Oh, okay. My house has had a smell the past week. I'll tell you about it later.
It happens.
Well, not my house, but the driveway. I'm not that trashy. My driveway's got a certain smell to it. Anywho, we've carried on our tradition of talking for almost an hour before we record. It's mainly been me. I think I get too much of my talking out before we start recording.
That happens.
I've had a good morning though.
I have too. I've had a tiring morning.
We did the thing this morning.
The Be Good to Your Brother Run Club, first edition.
First edition.
I was pretty excited that we had that many people show up. We had 12 people total.
We only lost one.
And we only lost one.
That's better than I expected.
It was like Home Alone. We all looked at each other and was like, where's Kevin?
Where's Kevin? That's funny.
So the route was, we started there at Steam Engine. I guess actually Lackawanna. It's right next to each other. But we started there. We ran up Broadway down to Powell Avenue. That big old First Church of God, or whatever, that big brick church there on the left on Broadway, if you know what I'm talking about, with the big staircase.
Got married.
Yeah. And, yeah, that place.
I think.
And so, there's like this big staircase on top of the hill. So, like, probably 100 feet past that church on the right, Powell Avenue. So, all right, we're going to run up here. We're going to go just past that church. We're going to take a right down Powell Avenue. We're going to go down this hill. Then we're going to take another right and go up River Drive. Like, all right, let's do it. So we take off. And me and Noah and little Maverick, we're kind of leading the pack. And my plan wasn't to like go off and kind of leave everybody. But that's just kind of how it was. But I tried to stay with Maverick the whole time because I didn't want him running around by himself. But Noah just went off and left us about a mile and a half in. He just took off.
Yeah.
So I slowed down with Maverick a little bit and ran with him. But we all turned and I'm looking around, making sure everyone's still with us, and so we get all turned around. We're going back towards River Drive. I'm looking behind us. I'm like, well, I see Pruitt. I see Wyatt. There's Jimmy. All right, there's Jake all the way back there. There's Jake back there.
I was back there.
Brent was back there. And I didn't see anyone else for a while, but I just finished. And so last two to come by was Joe and was my dad. And they came through. I'm like, Kevin should be done by now. Like we've been here for a while. Like everyone's dog tired. We all just ran 2 miles. Everyone's tired. And where's Kevin at? And so Joe's like, well, I guess I'm going to go get in my car and go try to find my son. And so I'm like, I guarantee he's still on Broadway. Just because he either didn't turn or he wasn't paying attention.
That's what I said. I told you he's probably just going down Broadway.
Yeah, he probably just wasn't paying attention when I was giving directions. In which, in their defense, they were kind of walking up to us when I told them that we were kind of what the route was and stuff. But we're going to the Wigwam, and I go down Broadway because I'm looking for Kevin. And I see him, he's just walking up In fact, I rolled down the window. There's a car behind me. I rolled down the window. I stopped in the middle of the road and said, "What are you doing?" So I'm going back. I'm like, he said, "Is there people still there? Are we done?" Or like, dude, get in the car. I said, "Where did you go?" He said, "Well, I just I went down to the end of the street and I didn't see anybody." I'm like, "How far into this?" He said, "Yeah, I'm about 2.2 into it right now." I said, "Kevin, we were supposed to do 2 miles. Like, we were supposed to turn." He's like, "Oh." I said, "Kevin." So I was driving by. I was like, this road right here is what we turned down and came back on. He said, "Oh, okay." So he ran all the way down to the end of Broadway, and he was just coming back.
Yeah.
He didn't know what was happening. But that's all right. He had a good time, though.
We gonna do that weekly?
I think we should, weekly or at least bi-weekly.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Just, I think we can do it weekly. What's my plan? Tell me I got to do next week. Which I can always pivot it around like I did this week. Like today I was supposed to run 14, but I did 14 yesterday instead. Oh, yeah, next week I got 6 easy miles on the 21st. I'm down to do it again next weekend.
I think it'd be cool.
So, yeah. I think we should do that at least every 2 weeks. Yeah. But if we do it every week, too, that'll be fun, too.
Yeah.
And I've had people comment, even today after posting on Facebook, it's like, "Yeah, I'll have to come out." Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, we had 12 people there. So that's 12 more people running in Irving than normal.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
Pretty excited about that.
I think I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, it'd be cool if we got like enough people coming to this thing to come run with us. But we had to find a better place to park.
Yeah.
I got there today, and I was like, man, it's going to be next week.
We'll have to find a better place to park.
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It is neat, though, because, like, you just got to do it. Like, something like that, I've been talking about that for a year. Like, I want to get this going. Well, just do it. People show up. Like, you build it, they will come. Field of dreams.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, you just got to organize it, and if you want to do something, just do it. You know, I know it kind of sounds cliche, but you just got to go do it. It's like yesterday when I was running, I had 14 miles, and I put on because on these longer runs, I've been running in my race shoes, my Alpha Flies, and which they are so fast. It feels illegal how fast they are, and compared to my normal shoes. And I don't think that's placebo. I think that's actually just they're faster.
Yeah.
With the technology in them. But I was running yesterday, and I was doing 2 warm-up miles, 10 miles at marathon pace. I'm like, these 10 miles I'm going to push pretty hard. I need to get in shape for this. And then I had 2 cool-down miles. Well, my warm-up miles, they're supposed to be in like the 7:10 to 7:30 range pace. I ran the first mile in 6:46. I'm like, we're going to go PR, half marathon. We're going to run 13.1 miles hard, and then we'll do a last cool-down mile. And that's what I did. And it's just that mindset. It's like, wait, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, just go and do it. And I kind of want to brag on my splits a little bit because I'm pretty proud of them from yesterday. If I'd have, like, that run yesterday, if I hold that up, that qualifies me for Boston.
That's wild.
You know, that, like, insane.
You want to go do it?
What, Boston?
Uh-huh.
That's the goal one day.
Killer.
But I got to run 2:55.
Yeah.
And I don't think, which, that could happen. That could happen in Cincinnati.
I think there's a chance.
The only, I don't know, sub-3 is the goal, and that's the main goal, sub-3. But if there's like a slight chance I go run 2:55, cut 10 minutes off from last year, that's like ridiculous. But I'd be having to run like a 6:30, 6:35, 6:40 pace the whole time, which is the goal right now, is 6:40 pace. But I know on them last 4, once you hit the wall, I'm just going to die. So I'm trying to give myself a little wiggle room, which that proves to show that I can hold a 6:40 pace for ever, because I ran a 6:31 pace for 13 miles yesterday, and 4 or 5 of those miles were in the 6:20s.
Jeez.
So it's like, That ain't that run that I clicked on. Oops. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Here we go. Here it is. So, like yesterday, I ran a 646, 640, 638, 634, 625, 628. Then I had a 645 coming uphill. That one was coming back into Irvin. And wind was whipping. Then I ran a 618 for mile 8, a 630 on mile 9, 626 mile 10, 628, 612. I'm sorry, a 618 for mile 12, and a 628 for mile 13. And so, and my heart rate they weren't like extremely high, but I mean, it was 170s. My heart rate peaked at 189, but I averaged a 171. Gosh. So, like, I was feeling pretty solid yesterday. Yes, it sucked because the wind was whipping horrendously the whole time. It's like, well, once I get up here and turn around, it won't be as bad. Well, I turned around and it got worse. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But, I don't know. I just had them alpha flies on. I just took off going. And, I mean, it proves the show. If you want to do something, you just got to go do it. You need to quit making excuses for yourself. And that was the thing for this little running club that I was kind of wanting to start. It's like, well, what if nobody shows up? What if it's just me and you? Well, if it's just me and you, we're still going out and running anyways. But we had 12 people show up today. And, like, 3 or 4 of them, I didn't even know they were coming. I didn't even know they were going to be there. Yeah. And so, I mean, it was cool. Cool to see. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. The only downside, it was like 30, 40 degrees. Yeah. And my hands froze. But
that did kind of suck.
You get that on them long ones.
I'm looking for my... Oh, I'm looking for I want to know my average heart rate. 183 this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Golly.
Dude, I was banging. I looked down, it was like 190, and I was like, gosh, I don't feel like 190 right now.
Well, that's how I was yesterday. It's like I looked down at one point, I was 176 on my heart rate. I'm like, my heart rate's that high right now? Yeah. But I was just in such a groove, which I guess when I'm moving that fast, it kind of has to be that high. So it makes sense.
Other than drowning in my own congestion, like that was messing me up this morning. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I felt pretty good, and I looked down at a 190, and I was like, this is whack.
I felt like garbage on the. I ran twice this morning. I did 4 miles before the run club, and then then 2 miles with you guys. And them 2 miles, they sucked. I'm gonna be honest. My heart rate was low in it, but man, my legs hurt so bad. I was coming up that hill up Broadway. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude! Yeah. And I was running like slow for me, anyways. Man, that sucks.
Felt great.
Yeah,
felt great.
That's why I picked that one. White said he didn't like it though because it hurt his shins, which I guess. But he was also wearing turf shoes.
Going downhill.
Yeah. Oh. You got to hold yourself back a little bit. Yeah. All that, but
yeah, it was really cool. Hit the wigwam after. Only 3 of us, but you know. Yeah.
I underestimated the price on that one. I thought it was cheaper than it was. But them pancakes, serve the pancakes as the appetizer. Yeah. That was nice.
That was killer.
I enjoyed the heck out of that. Maybe next time I'll just go and get pancakes. Pancakes are so good.
Silver dollar pancakes.
But they're huge, too.
Yeah.
Give you 3 of them.
What are we doing?
Biscuit and gravy, scrambled eggs, country ham, fried bologna, tomatoes, and potatoes.
I'm spoiled because that gravy to me was not that good.
Really?
Yeah. But my mom.
You didn't even finish your food this morning.
It's killer gravy.
It's kind of disappointing.
I know. I felt bad.
Left half a biscuit.
Yeah. Half a biscuit and most of the gravy.
Are we going to talk about the guy behind us? Watching that same video.
How many times was it?
Huh? He probably watched it 6 times. Yeah. It was like, what was it? Like this girl wearing a dress or whatever, and it just kept playing.
Country girl from a small town in a pink top and a jean skirt.
I'm like, what is going on?
How she became a country music star. I know it was one of those AI videos.
He watched it like 7 times.
Max volume.
What is going on?
Bad.
Then the other guy said, I want my bacon chewy.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, yo, what are we doing?
Give me chewy bacon.
Never heard anybody order bacon medium rare.
I know. So you can catch the plague, dude.
That was a good side quest.
That was.
Side quests are seriously important. You know?
I agree.
Like, I don't know what I'm talking about, man. We need to stop.
It is fun though, just like doing random stuff.
Yeah.
Especially like me and you, we went and ate breakfast with Wyatt. You know, like when's the last time you hung out with Wyatt?
Never. I've never hung out with him.
I love Wyatt Waddle.
Yeah,
he's a good one.
He's a good kid.
He came to that worship night last night. He came in waddling. Like, he's like, dude, I'm cramping bad. He said, you got any salt tablets? I'm like, salt tablets? I don't have salt tablets. I said, we got 50 pizzas here.
There's no sodium in that.
If you want to eat one of these pizzas, it'll be fine. He's like, no, I need salt tablets. He was like, double quad cramps, he said was going on. So the athletic trainer's room was open, so he went and laid down. I got a foam roller, and I was rolling his quads out. He's like, I got to go find salt tablets. I'll be back. So he waddled out the door, and he came back later. He popped some salt before our run this morning. He has them in a little contact lens full of like salt. He just pops it so he doesn't cramp.
Have you ever used them?
Huh?
Salt tabs?
Uh-uh.
Oh, dude, Netta at the Mackenzie, she had salt tablets, and I came to that first aid station cramping at one point.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Here, eat some of these." And dude, they were good. They were green apple salt tablets. Dude, they tasted so good. It was like candy.
No, he had like table salt in
Oh,
contact lens.
Just had salt.
He had table salt in a contact lens. Popped
go.
one real quick. So it helps the cramps.
Yeah, it does. But actual salt tablets, I recommend. They helped a lot. But
It's funny though. Like during the Mackenzie, it all blurred together. Like especially the holler or whatever. What was that?
Snyder's Hollow.
Snyder's Hollow.
Gosh.
If I ever meet that guy.
If I ever find Snyder.
If I ever meet that
If I
guy.
ever find Snyder, it's going to be a bad day.
Never eating a pretzel again.
And the woman that almost made me wreck on 52 the other day. You know what? I forgive you. But not fully. But not fully. Jimmy knows. Jimmy, pull that up. Pull a clip of us almost dying on the way home from work. It was terrible. Had to be on her phone. Had to be on her phone.
Yeah.
She was running 65 coming up to Mobberley toward Irvin. And I don't know if you've ever drove 52 around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Everyone's stopping.
Everybody's like, Mobberley gets backed up.
Got to go to
Backed up to the depot fence. And I should have known that traffic was stopped ahead. But I'd been cruising with this white car for a while now. It was an SUV. So it wasn't like a little car. I couldn't see over it, couldn't see around her. I was just cruising with her, going about 65 or 55. And
You go 65, you get pulled over.
And all of a sudden, she like brakes and then goes on the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And there is stop traffic, like 2 car lengths in front of me, and I'm running 65. And I made the conscious decision that somebody was going to get rear-ended. So I pulled onto the shoulder
With her.
I was going to rear-end her instead of the guy just stopped in traffic because it wasn't his fault. But luckily, she was stopped like right next to this dude. And I was like, you're going to get hit. Luckily, she got on her gas and gave me a little bit of space to brake.
Yeah.
Or I would have been in her back seat. But the Tacoma's got steel bumper on it. It would have been a lesson in inertia.
There we go. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to learn how to drive.
We're just talking about anything today. we just talk about anything.
No, but We talked about the worship night last night. It was okay. I thought it went pretty well. I was talking to my buddy Matt Elam. I said, Matt, you coming tonight? He said, no, it's not my genre.
Not my genre.
I'm like, okay. And I go, I'm like, you know what? Matt might be right. I don't know if that's my genre. Like, just like that style of, like, music. And I don't know. I liked it. I mean, it was fun. I couldn't go to do that every week.
Yeah.
You know, I guess call me old-fashioned. But I don't know. It was interesting. I got up and talked for supposed to be 5 minutes, ended up talking 13 minutes about who knows what. I sat down Friday night or Thursday night and was trying to have a plan of what I was going to say, and I was writing stuff down. I'm like, this is garbage. So I'm like, I'm just going to get up there.
Just get up there.
Yeah. Talk about myself, because that's what we're giving testimonies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of talked about the transition from being an athlete to non-athlete, and how my identity for the longest time was just as an athlete and as someone that played sports. And now that you're not playing sports anymore, well, what the crap's going on?
Yeah.
You got to find that identity in something else, and you try to put that identity in every way, and it just doesn't work until you're like, yeah, dummy, put your identity in Christ and you'll be fine. And that's kind of where I went with that. But I was talking about how just kind of losing weight and stuff, and how that started, and how really putting that identity in Christ is what really started lose the weight loss, and how being disciplined in that aspect of my life being led to being disciplined in other aspects of my life, kind of. But I was all over the place.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't know. I read Psalm 13 and Romans 5:3, so hopefully I got some point across. I don't know. But it was pretty cool. I led like games and stuff for them, and I think all the kids had a good time. There was probably about 100, 110 people there, so pretty good turnout. And a lot of people gave testimony. There's 3 students, Lincoln, Wilburn, Isaac, Mullins, and Ellie Webb. They all gave testimonies, and there was me, Box, and Coach Pack, the volleyball coach. They gave testimonies, and Maddie Jo Benton kind of closed it out with her testimony. And hers was really good, because just kind of like the stuff she was talking about, I kind of related with a little bit. How she said she struggled with the longest time portraying somebody that she wasn't, you know, and thinking that around other people she was trying to please other people and trying to be someone that she really wasn't. And so like this version of herself that people knew, like everyone loved that version of her, but she felt like no one really loved her true version, because she never showed that to other people. She was always trying to please other people and trying to find her value in other people instead of finding value in herself and finding value in God. So I don't know, it was a pretty good testimony. I related to that a little bit, but yeah. Then there was a band. They played some music. It's just like them worship songs. It's like there's just the same thing over and over again, you know, with like the same beat. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool and all, but like, I don't know. I'd rather. I don't know. I'm getting off topic.
I don't know.
But then Chase, he gave like the gospel presentation, like told the story of the gospel there at the end. It was good. He did a good job, but it always sounds good when like someo's on the guitar in the background, like strumming along to it. I'm like, man, why weren't they doing that when I was talking? But no, I liked it a lot. Everyone that like put it together. I mean, we had a bunch of meetings beforehand to like put that event together, and who's going to bring what and who's going to do what. And so, yeah, I thought it went pretty well. Hopefully it brings some more people to bring some more people to Christ last night, and they'll probably try to do another one in the fall or whatever is what they said. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. Wore me out though.
Yeah,
for sure. I was at the high school from like 2:30 basically to 9 o'clock last night with it. Just kind of on and off driving, picking stuff up, dropping stuff off, picking up 50 pizzas. Way too many pizzas. Way too many pizzas.
Yeah.
We probably had like 30 left over.
Pizza math gets sketchy.
It does.
Pizza math gets real sketchy.
Quick, because you never know how much you need.
No, it's so difficult. Because like if Caleb Knopp's there, you gotta like
have two for him, like 2 pizzas for him.
You gotta multiply whatever your pizza math is. Like you have to leave him out of the equation, and then do 1.2x.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably had 7 or 8 slices last night, just like going back and forth, just on and off. I'd walk by the table, get a slice, walk back. But no, so what we did with all the leftovers, there was a middle school soccer game going on. And so me and Kevin, we get like 7 or 8 pizzas a piece, cheese and pepperoni. And we go to the soccer game after it's over, and we're just handing out. It's like, anybody want pizza? Anybody want pizza? No, I don't want any. No, sorry, I don't want any. Then I finally get like these kids come up and it's like, hey, do you want pizza? He's like, do you have plates? I'm like, no, I don't have plates. He's like, you don't have a plate. I don't want pizza. I'm like, what? You don't want a slice of pizza? He's like, nah, I need a plate. Can you get a plate from the concession stand? I'm like, dude, grab the pizza. I'm giving it to you right now. It's like,
just take the box.
No. So we finally is like, I'm trying to give out slices. I'm like, hey, do you want a box? Like, do you want a whole one? And they're like, I can have a whole one? I'm like, yeah, take 2. I don't care. I'm getting rid of it.
Just take it.
And so I'm handing it out left and right. And I'm finally, people starting to swarm around because they like see that it's like, oh, this guy's actually giving out pizza. Like it's not something weird.
Yeah.
And so I'm finally giving out pizzas. And I have 2.5 left over because like the one on the top had like half taken out of it. So I go over to the Estill bench because the game's over and they're doing the meeting. And I walk up behind Christina and Chris Flynn's over there too. They're coaching. And I said, all right, I got pizza here. And Chris is like, he's in the middle of his breakdown, like the team at the end of the game. So I set the pizza on the bench. I said, there is a crap ton of pizza up in the gym. Come get it.
Yeah.
All right, we will. Nobody came up there. I told they were playing Rockcastle County. I said, hey, coach, we have a crap ton of pizza up in the gym. Come get it for your girls so they can eat it on the way home. They're like, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Didn't come up there. At least I don't think they did. If they did, they might have grabbed some, but there was just so much left over. It didn't look like they grabbed any. And so
just a drop in the bucket.
So what we did, we loaded the rest of the pizza up, and we took it up to the softball field because there was a middle school softball game going on. So Bourbon County was loaded into their bus, right? I whip the church bus around, park it right in front of the bus so they can't leave. I whipped the doors open. I grabbed 10 pizzas. I said, this is for you guys. Eat this on the way home. And the bus driver's like, I guess. And so their coach is coming, we appreciate it. They'll eat all of it. And so we probably have about 10 left maybe. And so I see like little Nolan Walling and like some of his teammates. They're on the middle school baseball team. And I said, all right, I have pizza. Do you guys want pizza? And but the doors are closed because I'm driving, trying to turn around, roll the window down. I was like, you guys want pizza? He's like, no, I don't want any pizza. I said, dude, take pizza and try to go give it out. And one kid's like, it's a white van. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. And so I'm like, open the door. I told him, said, open the door and get the pizza out. And so the one kid finally opens it, and they start grabbing pizzas. I'm like, he's like, can I have one? I'm like, yeah, get a box. I'm like, all right, you're going to grab these boxes and go pass them out to whoever.
Yeah. And
so they grabbed all the boxes. I'm like, good, I don't have to throw them away. It's someone else's problem now.
Why can it be so difficult to give away food?
I know it, dude.
So I got in this debate in college, since we're talking about whatever.
Yeah.
I was in class. It was Serge's class. I think it was like intro quality. And we're talking about what makes something a quality product.
Mm-hmm.
And Serge. So he's talking about like tables.
Yeah.
He's like, how flat does the table that you're sitting at have to be to sell?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, I mean, it's a table to sit at. Like, if it's not completely unlevel, it's probably like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but how many scratches can it have? I didn't buy the table. I don't care. And somebody brings up donuts, and they're like, donut shops need to have a better quality control system. Because one donut will have like all the icing, and then the next one will have like nothing.
Yeah.
And then somebody says Dunkin' Donuts has the best donuts anywhere. Which is such a whack opinion.
Yeah, it's a false opinion.
That is such a whack opinion.
That's like...
That has to literally be the only donut you've ever eaten for that to be
I know
your
people
opinion.
are like entitled to their own opinions and they can think whatever they
right.
want, but they're like completely wrong in that statement.
And and then some kid, is it Best Donuts there on Duncannon? Best Donuts in Richmond is the best donuts.
Also false.
I was like, that's not true. That's just not true. And I was like, guys, I got you. Dough Daddies. Dough Daddies is the best donuts.
I'd also disagree.
Really?
Yeah. Krispy Kreme's better.
Dog. Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme's better than Dough Daddies.
All right. Me and Gabe are going to fight this
We
out
can talk
later.
about it here. Finish your story, but we'll talk about this in a second.
So I was like, you know what? We'll settle this Thursday when we have our next class. Because it was an 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll bring in donuts. I'll bring you guys Dough Daddy's donuts. And if you all will eat a Dough Daddy's donut and tell me that Dunkin' Donuts has the best donuts. Because like 4 or 5 people agreed with him.
Yeah.
Which was half the class, at least that was in attendance.
Yeah.
And I was just mind blown that this many people could share this terrible opinion. So I bought 2 dozen donuts. More expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, for like $24 probably.
And then somebody was like, okay,
Especially the big ones.
I'll bring Dunkin' Donuts. The guy that originally vouched for Dunkin'.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know you, but I've seen you in this class. You're the most inconsistent person I've ever seen. You're not bringing donuts in. And I was right. He didn't even come to class that Thursday. So I picked up Dunkin' Donuts because I knew he wasn't going to. And I only picked up 12 of them because it wasn't worth buying 2 dozen. I knew everybody was going to be at the
Dough Daddies.
The Dough Daddies. So I picked up a dozen, and I was just like, just 12 random donuts. Yeah. And they're like, well, which ones do you want? And I was like, just grab 12. I don't care. They're like, I don't know if we can do that. And then somebody else got on the speaker and was like, do you have any preference? And I was like, literally none. I was like, maybe get like 4 chocolate or like 2 glazed, 2 chocolate regular, and then just the rest whatever. Yeah. And then they're like, all right, just pull up to the window. I was like, thanks, dog. Pull up to the window. I pick up, now I've got 3 dozen donuts in the trunk. And I go to class. I'm there like 30 minutes early because for some reason I thought getting donuts would take a while. Yeah. I'm there like 30 minutes early. And Serge walks in. And he's like, where are these from? I was like, Serge, I brought them to class. I told you I was going to do this. He was like, you brought donuts to class? And I was like, yeah, we had a debate over donuts last. Like, we've talked about this. He's like, why did you bring donuts to class? Why did you spend that much money? Like, because I'm trying to win
proving a point.
I'm trying to win an argument, Serge. I don't care about the money. And bro, he ate so many donuts. He ate like 8 donuts. And he's Italian, so he's always talking about like how fat Americans are. Yeah. And how our food is just terrible.
And poison.
Like, nobody can even poison our food because we already do it. Yeah. And then he ate 8 donuts. And he's like, well, I don't do this all the time. It's like, sure. But people are eating donuts, and I'm winning the battle. But I'm left over with 18 donuts. And Serge ate half of the ones that we're eating because like only 4 people come to class. And then me and what was that boy's name? I think it was Blake, but I don't remember for sure. Me and this kid, we're walking around trying to give away donuts on campus. Yeah. Because he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just going to go give away these donuts. And he's like, I'm going to go with you. I don't have class till noon.
Yeah.
So we're just walking around the Wayland building trying to give away donuts. And literally nobody's taking it. Like janitors, teachers, students, nobody's taking it. And so then I was like, screw it. We're leaving Wayland.
Yeah.
There we go down the sidewalk trying to give away donuts. And I was like, we're either going to the library or PAL.
Yeah.
Because, like,
that's where people's
people are
at. Yeah.
So we start walking toward PAL. We go into PAL, dude, and I've maybe given away 2 donuts by the time I've gotten to PAL. And now I'm like, you want a box of donuts? Because I'm just like, I'm ready to be done with this.
Yeah.
Dude, it took us an hour to get rid of those donuts. It took us an hour. People are just untrusting.
Yeah.
Which is fair, because, like, if they don't know me, I could have shoved razors in those donuts. They had no clue. Could have been eating used needles that I found.
They probably going to think that you're trying to sell them something.
That too.
One guy asked me last night, I was like, is it free? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. He took his lots. Take as much you want. I don't care. I'm getting rid of it. If you don't need it, it's getting thrown away. Back to the Krispy Kreme argument.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about whatever this
Yeah.
episode. That'll be the title. We're talking about whatever.
Talking about whatever.
So, the reason I put Krispy Kreme over Daddies, simply because they're chocolate sprinkled are better. They're not as messy. And they taste better. Think how messy a Daddy donut is.
They're pretty messy.
They're pretty messy. You take one bite out of it and the glaze just goes everywhere. You got to have like 4 or 5 napkins. Krispy Kreme donut, small, right? You can eat more of them, okay? Yeah. You get to watch them in production, right? You know.
So this is more about the experience.
No, it's about flavor too. Like I can go to Walmart and pick up a box of Krispy Kremes, and I'm still going to enjoy it better than a Daddy's donut. Yeah.
See, I think that's just invalid. How many more options do you get out of Daddy's? They have bacon donuts.
The bacon ones are solid. I'll give them that.
Good, but it's cool that you have the option.
But you can go into Krispy Kreme. Their cream filled donuts are better than Daddy's. Because the cream filled ones at Daddy's, they take cake icing and just shove it in there. And it's just so much.
I'll agree with you there. Their filled donuts are not that good.
Krispy Kreme's just more consistent. It's been around longer.
So I'll take the consistency. I don't know, man.
It's just overall better. Like it's close. Like here's Dunkin' Donuts. Here's Daddy's. Here's Krispy Kreme.
That's wild. That's wild.
Okay. Dunkin' Donuts is good too. I mean, I'll go eat Dunkin' Donuts. Best Donuts is pretty solid, especially when Jill Barnett brings them to class. Anything Jill Barnett does is pretty solid. I love Jill Barnett.
Jill Barnett's good.
I'll never forget when she told me her dad was on the Olympic basketball team. They got beat by the Russians. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Your dad was an Olympian?
I'll never forget me trying to steal her car and you talking me out of it.
Hey, Jake and Gabe, you guys go run out to my car and get
terrible
this.
Idea. It was a terrible idea. I was so down to go time.
You were sitting in the driver's seat ready to go.
All I needed is like one nod of approval, and we were going to go time. How funny would it be if we just brought in L8s back to class? Like, where'd you get that? Don't worry about it, Jim.
Just don't shake them up.
I bought you gas. Huh? Is that cool? We cool now? Yeah.
Brought me gas. How? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you when you're older. I told Mike a swim that the other day. He's like, huh? I love telling that to people. I love telling that to people. I'll tell you when you're older.
I say it at work all the time.
It's like, I'm older than you. I'm like, yeah, but you'll be older when I tell you it later.
You've got to learn to earn.
You got to learn to earn.
Yeah.
What a statement. Where did I even come up with that?
I don't know.
Got to learn to earn.
I know what we were talking about.
Got to learn to earn Baljeet. Man.
See, I didn't know if you wanted to say that because we might get canceled.
Why would we get canceled for just saying a name?
I don't know. Dude,
what are we talking about?
Most people get canceled.
That's true. That's what we should talk about. Why do people get canceled?
Here's what we should talk about. How podcasting equipment needs to be more expensive.
Fair. That is a fair take. Because I scroll on Instagram, or I get an ad. No, I get an ad on YouTube, and it's an ad for Instagram. And it's just like two WNBA players just sitting there. It's like, who's got the best jump shot? I'm like, who's listening to this?
Who's listening to this?
Who's listening to us? At least we have cool stories to tell. Kind of.
See, that is something that makes me worried. Because, like, I don't have a lot of time to get my dad lure in.
Uh-huh.
You know? And, like, I remember as a kid, when we burned brush or had bonfires at the house, it was like free range for my grandfather and my dad to just tell me anything they wanted to tell me.
Yeah.
And it was just free range. It was like, you know, mom's in the house, sisters aren't around, they can just tell me whatever they want.
Yeah. And
they'd be, my grandfather's talking about how when he was 12, he bought his first car. and he would race it on Regis.
And we got it so easy nowadays.
And then he would make the constable chase him down Regis, and then his brother would cut a tree down on the road to block the constable. And then they'd try to trap him on Regis by cutting trees across the road on both ends of him. So he just couldn't go anywhere. He's like, yeah, dynamite was legal back when I was a boy. Which it was. It should still be legal. Maybe. But
Tannerite's pretty close.
Tannerite's not really.
Kind of close. It goes bang.
It does go bang, but I don't know.
I've never bought any. That's what I need to do. I need to spend my money on Tannerite.
I'm down. We can go. I've got a washing machine that I hate.
We can blow it up. We can blow that couch up out there.
Yeah. There's all kinds of furniture in that brush pile that we can blow up.
We can just set it in flame, pour gasoline on it. I watched this video on Instagram Reels, since we're talking about whatever the other day. I watched this video on Instagram Reels the other day. And this guy was like pouring gasoline like in this, or he had like this gallon jug of gasoline, like a milk jug full of gas.
The appropriate vesicle for gasoline.
And so he set it on fire, and it blew up and caught him on fire.
Yeah.
Then he was like trying to run down this hill, and like he's just in flames. He's trying to roll, and people's like stomping on him, beating the crap out of him, trying to get the fire off, and it just wasn't going.
Well, it's gas. It's gonna burn. It's gonna burn till it's gone.
But they finally got it put out. I watched this other video on Instagram Reels the other day. This guy was going cliff jumping. Yeah. Into water. And so he had these clothes on, like with gasoline drenched. They set him on fire. He takes off running off the cliff and jumps into the water while he's on fire. This is awesome.
Do you remember making 2-liter bombs with Caleb Haling?
2-liter bombs?
Yeah, we'd pour like hand sanitizer in an empty 2-liter and like throw some firecrackers in it and light it. You don't remember that? Dude, that was so fun.
I remember that time with the firecrackers and the fish.
I don't know. Yeah, that was bad.
The frog.
Yeah, that was bad.
Man, that video needs to stay.
Yeah, it needs to be removed.
Yeah. Our voices in that video cracked me up.
It was so bad.
Take the lid off.
Caleb, no!
Rest in peace, Lucas Walling's fish.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout
he
out.
was the one that did it. I had no part of that. It was like one moment we're lighting firecrackers and blowing up like Cool Whip containers, you know? And the next moment we're digging goldfish out of a little pond.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
We're talking about whatever today.
Literally anything goes.
Oh, man. I am so tired. I ran 60 miles this week.
It's crazy.
And everything in me hurts. My prediction says I can run a 2:52 marathon.
Jeez.
I don't know if that can happen. I think the prediction is a little fast on the watch.
No.
Well, for me, anyways.
Yeah.
Because it says I can run a 120 half marathon, and I pushed pretty dang hard yesterday and ran a 125.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's saying I can do a 252 full marathon, and that being that fast, I'm pretty excited about that because it makes me confident in my goal.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast a week is.
Yeah.
I feel like I blinked when we were recording last week, and here we are again.
That's funny because I'm the complete opposite.
It's been so, and it's troubling to me how fast this week has gone by. This sucks because everybody's done listening. And this is the point where I'm going to start talking about actual, maybe it might actually be something here.
That's how it goes.
But
we can put it in the beginning.
A week ago, just a week of my life has gone by just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, on Monday, I went to work, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have 4.5 more days of this. And then it was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday's blowing by. It scares me. Because I've talked about it before, how you spend your day is your week, your week's your month's your year, so on and so forth. And dude, if time keeps moving like this, I'm screwed. I feel like I'm going to die tomorrow of old age. You know what I mean?
It'll slow down here in a minute.
I don't know if it'll slow down. I think that'll speed it up.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've noticed, this semester seems like it's flown by a little bit, but this week has been long, I thought. It just felt long because I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
It was spring break. And so I think that's just when you compact your days with, today's felt like it's flown by us because I've been busy. And usually my weekends feel like they go by so dang fast because I'm doing stuff on the weekends for the most part, either whether it's running a long distance or whether it's going to church and doing this or whatever. It's it just seems like days just fly by on the weekends. But on Mondays and Tuesdays, it's man, sitting around all day long. It just time's moving slow. But it's because I'm not doing nothing. Then I go to class, but this week I didn't have class and just kind of sitting around. But it's interesting how perspective of time works, I guess.
Yeah.
Be the right way to say that, but I don't know. It's interesting for sure.
It's definitely, I don't know. I just because one thing I've thought about recently is I need to get a better system of tracking myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if I tracked myself, I would be a lot more intentional.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to track every aspect of my life and my growth, be it positive or negative. I need to track it.
Okay.
I was thinking about this last night.
How would you go about doing that?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Every aspect of your life?
Probably not every aspect, but I need to track more.
Mm.
Because, today, I don't feel any different than I felt last Saturday. And if my weeks are going by like this, then that needs to change.
Look at it from this perspective. Do you feel any different from a Saturday a month ago?
Yeah.
What about 2 months ago?
Sure.
Yeah. It's for me anyways, when I was losing weight, day to day and even week to week, I didn't notice any differences. But when I was looking back from March to September or whatever, March to November, a long time frame, yeah, I'm going to be different.
Yeah.
So when you're comparing yourself to yourself, which I think is a fine thing to do, You don't need to compare yourself to other people. But when you're comparing yourself to yourself, make sure it's not just like yesterday and today. Because, like, yesterday, man, was such a great high for me because I PR'd the half marathon. But like today when I ran 4 miles at like probably around an 8-minute pace, and I did 2 miles afterwards like a 9-minute pace, and I felt like complete garbage today when I ran. And so when you're comparing those day to day, it's like, golly, why is today so much worse than yesterday? Well, it's because I gave such a good effort yesterday. I'm worn out today, and I'm worn out from running 60 miles this week. And so comparing that is a day-to-day thing is not good. But comparing marathon training right now to marathon training last year, I don't know if the way I feel is any different, but if you look at my times and you look at the way my body is and how fast I'm moving and my heart rate and just how much more I'm doing at a faster rate, and like it's crazy difference.
Yeah.
Just because I'm in such better shape now, and I've had another year under my belt doing it too, of running stupid amounts of distances and times, and for whatever reason, I don't know, but it's that comparison I think is a healthy comparison. So when it comes to tracking yourself, I think it is important that you need to track yourself, whether that's a daily log of just how you feel or what you're eating or drinking or whatever you're doing. But you got to be intentional in what you're tracking and how you're tracking it.
Yeah.
And for me, when it comes to tracking, I'll track my runs. I'm pretty intentional about it. Like I'll save it on my watch. It'll go to Strava, but that's about the only thing I track, you know. And so, yeah, because it's nice to compare. Let me find a run from you. Sometimes it gives me a run from. Yeah, here's an activity from a year ago. So a year ago, March 14th, I ran 10 miles at a 7:52 pace. 7:52 pace. I ran 10 miles.
Yeah.
Which is pretty solid. I was running pretty solid last year. Average heart rate 158. So let's just look at that. Let's do a 10 mile from this week. Crap. Let's do a 10 mile from this week. I know I ran one this week. 10 miles, Tuesday, March 10th. 7:05 minute pace, 165. And that was that's not a fair comparison because that was a sprint workout. Sorry, let's find a pair. Well, we can look at, no, that's not a fair comparison either. We can look at, here we go. Let's look at March 6th. March 6th. This was a more fair comparison. This was last Friday, I think. Yes, this was last Friday. 10 miles, a 2-mile warm-up, then a 2x3 mile half marathon pace. At marathon pace with 3-minute jog and 2-mile cool down. So this was a 7:01 pace, and that has times of me running purposely slower, and that's a 7:01 pace for 10 miles. Compared to last year, I was running 7:52 pace with very similar heart rates, you know, and this run was a lot more hilly than that other one. So when you look at it comparison-wise of, hey, it's going to be, as long as you're better now, I think, than you were 3-4 months, even a year ago, I think that's what you need to be worrying about. And do you think you're progressed more now than you were then? Or have you degressed? If you degressed, you fix something. Yeah. If you progressed, you need to realize what you're doing and keep it up. Especially while you're still young.
Yeah.
Because at one point we're gonna hit an age we can't progress anymore. We're just gonna start staying stagnant. Then it's gonna start slipping down. But that point's not right now.
Yeah.
You know. So
life's so scary. I forget how young we are. And I feel like I feel like an old man, and I'm 21, and
Well, like I said earlier, it's not my genre. Like this new stuff's just not my. I feel like an old man too.
Yeah.
Like watching that show, that 11/22/63. Like that makes me wish I lived in the '60s. Just like kind of how they live then, but sometimes, but just kind of. I'm not saying how easy. I don't think it was easy. I don't think it's any easier or any more difficult now than it was then. I just think people have different perspectives on how the world works.
Yeah.
So
somebody said the other day that they wished that they were born at like the peak of ancient Rome.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Like, because everybody was so wealthy.
Yeah.
Everybody had so much stuff. I was like, it's the same thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the U.S. is at that part.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know
if it ain't at it, it's close.
But it's close.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's got a car.
Mm-hmm.
So many people have cars that are very capable. Like we can do stuff that we don't like. Like I drive 60 miles one way to work.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine somebody in ancient Rome traveling 60 miles?
120 miles a day.
Yeah. They couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but that'd be their whole day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just wild to think about.
It's like now, it's like people's like, well, everything's so expensive nowadays. Everything's so expensive nowadays. What it is, but you also got to think how much more money people's making nowadays compared to then, you know, and that's just an effect of everything being so dang expensive now. People's got to pay their employees more just so they can live.
Yeah.
Then everyone else has just got to up their prices. So why does
It's not keeping up though.
Huh?
It's not keeping up though.
No.
But it's something.
But that's kind of why it started. Now it's starting to get out of hand, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna be like
I was driving
Japan real soon.
I was driving today and it said gas was $3.50. I'm like, what the crap? What is this? 2009? What is going
senseless
on?
War in Iran. Don't get me started, bro.
Get me fired up.
I'm so disappointed.
Have you seen the White House posts?
Yeah.
Insane.
Crazy.
Like, what are we doing?
People aren't supposed to see that. Like,
making Wii Sports edits out of it. I'm like, this is an official government. Like, this is the United States government social media page. We're making
it's so
Wii Sports.
disappointing.
We're making Wii Sports edits out of people getting blown up.
But could you imagine? Here is the cool part of it: is that somebody out there is going to work every day,
and they get to do that,
and they are getting paid, and they got federal benefits that are killer.
Yeah,
and they're just stacking money.
Yeah,
to make edits with classified film. This is so crazy. What does the world come to?
What are we even talking about, man?
I don't know. We're at our hour.
Are we?
Which is crazy.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stay out of it as long as I can. What can we do at our community? Then once we get our community set, we can build up and branch. That's the way I look at it. But we got any Bible verses to go along with this?
Go along with the donuts?
Go along with the donuts.
I don't know.
Jimmy, pull it up. Back. We're going to finish this up.
We're going to talk about some scripture and get out of here.
Wrap it up.
Just looked up verse of the day. We cheated today. Verse of the day for Saturday, March 14th, 2026 is 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 5 through 8. It says, "Make every effort to add to your faith goodness, and to goodness knowledge, and to knowledge self-control, and to self-control perseverance, and to perseverance godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness love. For if you possess these qualities in increasing measure, they will keep you from being ineffective and unproductive in your knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ."
Goes right along with the fruits of the Spirit.
Yeah. I think you could kind of bend that. I don't want to say bend that, but like with what little actually productive conversation we had today, you can kind of apply that. If you're tracking, because like what I really hit on is how scary it is to me that how fast a week can go by, because I could have very easily regressed from just a week ago. And if I'm making good efforts to these things, goodness, knowledge, self-control, perseverance, all this stuff, then I'm going in the right track. Yeah. I'm intentionally living a life toward Christ. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be focusing on keeping those qualities, because Galatians says that, well, there's no law against the fruits of the Spirit. Like through these qualities that you're producing, there's no law against them. Like they're all good things, and this goes right along with it. I'm like, well, if you have perseverance, that builds on, or if you have goodness, or if you have faith, that goes on to your goodness, and goodness, it goes on to your knowledge, and knowledge goes on to self-control. And once you have self-control, you can persevere, and perseverance leads to godliness, and godliness leads to mutual affection or brotherly, whatever yours said. Yeah. And that leads on to love, And Jesus says the greatest of these is love. So, or not, Jesus doesn't say that. Peter or Paul says that in 1 Corinthians, but came from Jesus down the line. Everything Scripture's God-breathed anyways. But, yeah, so like, if you're building onto those qualities and really focusing on, hey, this is the things that I'm going to be doing with my life, this is how I'm going to act, and this is how I'm going to treat other people, and be intentional about those, well, that's when you start seeing change. Because if you're not intentional about how you act and not intentional about what you're doing, well, you're just going to find yourself living all willy-nilly and find yourself eating in pig slop like the prodigal son, Yeah. Living in pig slop. So it's a very fine line that I think we walk with, because a lot of times we borders like, well, do we want to serve Christ or do we want to do our own thing? And we walk that line a lot, and it's not a good line to walk. He says, I wish you'd rather hot or cold, but since you're lukewarm, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth, So Jesus wants us hot or cold. He doesn't want us around the middle. Yeah. Pick one. You can't serve two masters. You either love one or hate the other. So, pretty cool stuff right there. You just gotta be intentional about what you're doing. I think that's important. So, speaking of being intentional about stuff, we need to be intentional about booking a hotel for May 2nd.
Oh, geez, we do. We do.
Like quick.
We need to get a Spark by Hilton. Cheap.
Okay. But anywho, but yeah, we need to be more intentional about what we're doing and how we're acting and how we're treating others. And build those characteristics that Peter was talking about right there. I don't got anything else.
Yeah.
You want to pray?
Sure.
Let's pray.
Father God, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for Gabe for sitting here and talking with me. God, I appreciate everything you've done for us and everything you've done for my life. I hope that you will continue to guide us and hopefully lead people to you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Continue to pray. What am I doing?
It is what it is, man.
All right.
Oh, hey, Run Club. We'll do it again next Saturday.
Sweet.
Hopefully everyone that came out this week can come out again, and hopefully we'll see some new faces. We might do a different route. Switch it up a little bit. Go the opposite direction at Irving. There's only two directions you can go, but we'll switch it up a little bit every now and then, so don't get too repetitive for you guys. I think the 2 mile distance was good, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
I think that's a good distance. Then we can slowly start building up for the Mushroom Festival 5K.
Yeah.
The fungus fun run.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a name is that, man?
Pretty cool.
Deep. Good. To your brother.
All right, guys. That was 57 Thanks for listening. We love you.
Jesus loves you.
Be good to your brother.